Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your bonus cartridge for Wednesday, October 10th, 2018. Haha, I will not forget the date. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? This is a topic that I wanted to talk about today in today's show, but I didn't want to cover it so formally. I wanted to cover it a little bit informally because this is all just opinion anyway. And, I figure the end show can provide many, many purposes. One, we can play games on Friday. Two, I can talk about what happened in the show that day. Three, I can talk about what I've been doing in gaming lately. Or four, I can talk about things that I wasn't able to cover or didn't know how to cover in the show. Whatever, there's more options for it. The end shows whatever the hell I want to do. Yay! So anyway, Ubisoft with the business model for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So we've got this article right here. Yes, editing in the end show. Ooh, okay. So we got this article right here from Kotaku. And it's from Jason Schreier, somebody who's fairly well known in the gaming... It's from Jason Schreier? No, it's from Kirk Hammond. Sorry, Kirk Hammond. Sorry. Hamilton. Kirk Hamilton. I thought it was Jason Schreier. Anyway, I thought it was Jason Schreier because I watched a video of Yang Ye criticizing Jason Schreier about Assassin's Creed Odyssey business model. Anyway, Yang Ye is okay. I'm not a super huge fan. Don't hate the guy. Don't mind the guy. So, not a huge fan of Yang Ye. I think that was my kid. Anyway, yeah, the business model of Assassin's Creed Odyssey seems a little bit odd because they have microtransactions in the game, and you could even buy one of the deluxe editions, and you could still spend money on it, which I'm really starting to get sick of that. If you're gonna have a microtransaction business model, you can't be charging $60 or more up front. I think that's appalling, and I think that's just there's no way to really justify that. But then then there's some other things that they cover in here, and I want to get that. And from what I understand, this isn't so much pay to quick, because pay to quick business models aren't necessarily terrible, but this is supposedly a fairly long grind that they try to justify that there is that the grind isn't too bad. It's not so terrible. I'm trying to find the one part about it because they talk about things that I'm just like, this is just, there's no way to do that. There's no way that you can I'm trying to find it. Blah blah blah. I should have had it found beforehand. This is why you shouldn't do this, Dandruff. This is why you should come. This is why you should do these things in the main show, Dandruff. Jeez, Dandruff, why are you doing this, Dandruff? Okay, so they talk about Assassin's Creed Origins. Ah, here we are. Okay. So they talk about Assassin's Creed Origins and about how it's about how Assassin's Creed Odyssey's the amount of loot boxes that it just gives you is better than Assassin's Creed Origins, that it's more generous, but that doesn't make the loot box mechanics in Assassin's Creed Odyssey good. If anything, that just highlights how terrible they were in Origins previously. But I guess that doesn't matter because that was all in the past, and who cares? That was last year. That doesn't matter. This is the new thing. So, and this one isn't so bad. Which I don't know. I don't agree with that. And then they also had covered at some point that they didn't take into consideration the microtransactions at all when balancing the game. So they made the game purposefully grindy on purpose as just a baseline. If they don't expect anybody to spend any money on the microtransactions for XP boosts, which by the way, they're permanent XP boosts. You can buy a permanent XP boost. I don't understand that at all. Why you would do that? That just seems like that would completely throw off the game for anybody who does participate in the microtransactions. So, and I don't think you can have it both ways. I don't think you can build a game to not have microtransactions and balance it that way, and then have a game where you have that same game, you balance it for microtransactions. Because the microtransactions, if they're not just cosmetic, because if they're cosmetic it doesn't matter, if they're not just cosmetic items like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, then wouldn't you have an easier time with certain bosses, with certain stages? Say you had a weapon that, all your other weapons are +1, +2. This weapon's +10. That seems like it would just annihilate through, just go through your enemies. Say you have, it gives you higher stealth. It gives you some crazy ability that you're not supposed to have until later. All of these things will throw off the balance of the game if they only balanced it for the baseline non-microtransaction buying people. So I don't get where they're getting that idea, that mentality that we have the game balanced both ways. It's not possible. It's just not physically possible. So I don't get this. I don't know. I'm just trying to find where this was. It just does not seem. Imagine a video game boss fight. It's a big monster that you have to beat, and he's really tough. He defeats you over and over again because he's meant to test your abilities. You keep coming back, gradually learning his patterns and eventually overcoming him. After he goes down, you get a sweet new helmet. Equip the helmet and move on to the next challenge. Yeah, that's how your typical game goes. But if you were to participate you can buy the helmet if you want for $5. So, or actually, no. Like, they're saying, what if you could just buy the helmet for $5? Now you don't need to kill the boss. You don't need to do that. So why would you? You just not gonna play the game? Are you just not gonna I don't understand this. It just seems like a blatant money grab. It's not necessary. In a single player game, it doesn't have any place. I don't. Other than just straight cash grab, what are they going for? What are they doing? But they're going to try to justify it and try to shove it down our throats that microtransactions are just an unfortunate reality of the gaming industry. I'm pretty sure that was that was either Ubisoft or EA. I think that might have been Rockstar. I don't remember. I gotta go look that up. So I'm gonna go look that up, and I just noticed that my camera is picking up Bob Ross's face on thing. There it goes. It's gonna zoom in on Bob Ross. Yay! Yeah, I don't know. I don't get this. I don't. I'm not an Assassin's Creed player, but this is the exact type of mentality that spews over it boils over into other games, and then we end up with microtransactions up left and right, and we end up with companies like EA who don't want to take microtransactions out of their games, even when countries tell them it's a legal requirement, and then just say, no, fuck you, we're doing it anyway. This doesn't seem that egregious. They're obviously not breaking any laws here by having a microtransaction-based business system or business model in their $60 game. It's just shitty. It's not illegal. It's just shitty. Okay? So, I don't know. If you want to share anything, I feel like I didn't do this right. I feel like I should have just redo this. But we're just going to go with it anyway. I think I've said what I need to say. Social media links are over here, everybody. Thanks so much for watching my show. Hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike button if you didn't. But either way, it helps me out. Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. Patreon's the best one because you can go help support the channel. Click over here to watch the full episode. Click down here to watch yesterday's episode. Both of those links are in the description down below. And click over here to subscribe to my wonderful, wonderful channel. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.